All right, guys. A couple of people asking they can't see or anything, they can't hear anything. We're going to kick off in 2 minutes, so it's not quite time to start the webinar. A couple of minutes, we will start though. All righty, guys. Welcome to the free event today. Thank you for attending. Some of you I know we've just seen you in Bangkok, so great to see you at the live events over the weekend. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was great to meet many of you in person. All righty. So just a quick check. Can we all see my screen before we kick off? Okay, good. All righty. All right, so just a real quick recap. Most of you know who we are, but we're an ASIC license company down in Australia. We specialize on index trading and investing as well. We do invest as well across the whole asset class. And we've been helping clients just like you make money for the last 10 years. It's actually more like 14 years now. Time goes very quickly, guys. So over the years, we've been featured on TV programs. This is my trading partner, Cameron. This is him talking about magnetic trading on Sky News Money and our performance. Our approaches to trading are going to be different to probably really to what you've probably been exposed to in so far in your trading journey. I don't know how far you are down your trading journey, but generally people are doing technical analysis and fundamental analysis, and they kind of go down that route. The style of trading we're using here at Magnetic Trading is really knowing your market inside out. So it's knowing the personality of the market. It's also focusing on market function. So focusing on areas in the market where no trade has been facilitated. And then we look to take advantage of those areas because we know buyers and sellers are going to get matched up in those areas, because that's what markets are there for. They're there to match up buyers and sellers. So our approach is very, very different to probably most trading educators or coaches that you've been out. My honest opinion is that technical analysis and fundamental analysis is flawed if you're going to make consistent money in the market, and it's not the correct approach to go down. You'll see thousands of people now who are so-called gurus on the internet teaching you about candlesticks and patterns and indicators. If you want to waste your time on that, knock yourself out, but find me someone that's making money on them, and yeah, we'll have a discussion. Okay, we also focus on market events. So it's kind of what I'm going to be discussing a little bit today, is some big market events that we can take advantage of in the markets. So today we're going to be focusing on Triple Witching, which is on Friday, and end of quarter trades, which is at the end of the month. So we're going to talk about that in a second. Before we do that, though, I do want to just have a quick look at the market. We do live trading here, so I just want to give you my thoughts on the FTSE at the moment. So at the moment, we at Magnetic Trading, we've been quite bullish above 7,600, advocating buying the dip. Buying the dip basically means waiting for the market to pull back, and we'll then buy it. And we've been having our stop losses below 7,600. We've been using acceptance. I'll touch on acceptance as towards the end of the webinar. But acceptance is a different style of stop, and it's something I recommend you use if you don't want to get clipped out of your stops all the time. A lot of people do. All right, so on the chart, we're looking at a daily chart on the FTSE. We can quite clearly see things are bullish. I've been expecting the FTSE to catch up, and you know, at the moment we're opening the futures opening. We've got a big gap up today. So currently trading. Let me just check where we're trading. Trading around 77.36 at the moment. This is a cash chart, so this is based on the official trading range between 8 a.m. UK time and 4:30 UK time. But actually, the FTSE is trading significantly higher. It's trading at 77.36. So it's a big gap up. I guess the question to you is, okay, are you tempted to sell this big gap up? Are you tempted to sell this big gap up? Let me know. Are you getting, maybe you're short already. Are you selling for this gap up? Let me know. Type in. I'm not going to say your name, but I'd love to know what you're thinking of doing. Okay. Somebody short. Okay. Quite a few shorts. One buy so far. Someone's on the fence. It depends. All right. Well, basically today, I'm not going to sell it. Okay. Unless, I mean, I would sell it if we opened and we get a nice aggressive spike above this swing high up here. So I'd like it to get above 77.64. I think if we spike above that in the first 5 minutes, we can look for a reason to sell. Okay. So that would be something I would look at. The other thing I'll be looking at is a retracement back to around 7,700. So if we got back to 7,700, I again would also look for reasons to buy. And of course, fade the fill today, which is buying at gap close. Definitely. All about that one today as well. Now, historically, March is actually a bit of a negative month on FTSE, so I'm not quite sure how far this rally will go. I think it will fizzle out for sure. It's also expiry week, and generally on expiry week, the FTSE will stay within a range, and these big moves often retrace. So I do think this will give some of its gains back for sure, but my optimal trade would really be a lovely spike above 7,716 or a move above there, maybe in the first half an hour, which we could then look to sell for a move back down to around 7,700. And I'd love to have a buy at gap close today. So that's yesterday's closing price, which is 7,669. So there's a couple of things I'm looking at today on the FTSE, but that would be my preferences today. I'm not just going to sell it here willy-nilly. I'd rather be patient and wait for something that really makes sense. And that may be missing the market. I may not get it. I may not connect, but so be it. I wait for the next bus. So we'll come back to the market open once it's arrived. But at the moment, I'd love to just talk to you a little bit more about triple witching or expiry. So expiry is quite an important event in the market. It's when options and futures actually are going to expire this Friday. So that's investors and traders betting on positions that the market's going to be at a certain level in March. Some of these people may have taken these positions out last year, betting on the market will be above or below where they think it's going to be whenever they open the position. So that expires on Friday. And given the way the American markets have been at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if we might see a bit of a correction after expiry. So it's definitely an event that I'm going to be paying very close attention to this Friday. There is an amazing trade that sets up during this event, but there's also a whole host of trades that our members are likely going to get exposed to just after expiry, because the market can rapidly change once expiry is out the way. And if I get a good sell signal, then I'll be taking it. But the individual trade I'm going to look at discussing today is as I said, it's expiry. Those of you in Bangkok were taught this one, and I will send you a link that I will trade this live with you. So look out for that on email. I will get that out to you so you can trade it live with us. Adrian's asking, does this work for US indices and futures? This particular trade is just for the FTSE 100. You do get expiry on the American markets and the German markets and the ASX as well. It's just it works particularly well on this index, the FTSE. And when I say it works particularly well, it's got an over 80% win rate, which means that when we go into this trade on Friday, and I'll do it in a live room with many of my clients, it's gonna take about 10 minutes. It's going to be at a set time. So they know they're going to trade this at 10 past 10 UK time. And there's an over 80% chance of it winning. It's recession proof, so it doesn't matter if the market moves up or down, we're going to take advantage of it. And there's no guessing at, well, is this market moving up or down now? Is it trending up or is it trending down? Or have we hit resistance or have we hit support? It's none of that. Which is good because a lot of people can get totally confused when it comes to trying to work out, where the market's going in the short term, and it can be frustrating. So the premise of this trade is that during expiry, the cash market will aggressively move up during a 5-minute window. And we expect that movement to retrace because no real buyers and sellers have been matched up. And as mentioned before, the true function of the market is to match up buyers and sellers. So if sellers and buyers have not been matched up, the market's likely to come back and reclaim that area. So I would encourage you to look at the price action at 10 past 10 this Friday. When I say 10 past 10, it's 10 past 10 UK time. And then, I'm in Asia at the moment. So for me, that's going to be 10 past 5. Although we will get into our live room with our clients and trade this live at 10 o'clock. So I can brief them. It can be a fantastic event to look at, actually. And as I said, triple witching is when futures expire and options expire at the same time. That often creates a big move that we can take advantage of. So just some examples of this one. This was August. I took a run of these because I did a presentation at the back of last year, and I decided I'm just going to show you all the expiries that I've taken over the last few months. So this was August. The expiry moves down, it retraces all the way back up. A quick $1,000 made on that one in 5 minutes. Then in September, the market moves down for expiry, retraces all the way back up. A quick $2,500 on that one. Then in November, the expiry spikes up and then retraces back down. A quick 1,200 on that one. So you can see how these trades stack up. I think this was, actually, sorry. Well, this is actually last March. So this is what happened in March 2023. So I wanted to just show this to you so you kind of get an idea of what could happen this Friday. But basically, we could get a big move like this. And then we have a proprietary system which tells us exactly when to buy or sell, exactly where to put our stop and where we're going to target. Of course, I can't give you those rules because you're not a magnetic member. But if you were ever to become a magnetic member, you would know that. Yeah, it's a fantastic trade. But as I said, I would encourage you just to look at the action this Friday at that time and see what happens. We'll probably be posting out on our Telegram channel what the results. If you are not on our Telegram channel, our free Telegram channel, that is, you can go to our website. It's on the homepage. You can join the Telegram channel. It's free, as I said, and yeah, there's some interesting goodies that you'll get on there. So it's definitely worth joining that one, guys. Tom saying my MT4 is behaving badly. Please contact me tomorrow. Tom, just shoot me an email if you want to get involved with expiry. If you want the system, just shoot me an email, mark@magnetictrading.com. And yeah, we can get going on that one. So why is it magnetic expiry for you? Well, it's a market function trade, so it's probably something that you don't have in your armory. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an experienced trader, this is good for you. It's something you can strap into your armory and make money on. Only trades once a month, so if you're time poor, busy with families, jobs, this is a great lifestyle trade. It trades at a specific time each day. It's a trade which I've been trading over for a decade now. It's not one of those system trades that phases out because it's linked to why markets exist in the first place. And for that reason, this trade will always be good as long as markets exist. I've also been trading this with our clients for over a decade now. Works in bull bear markets, so it doesn't matter if the markets are trending down or up, it works. And also it's one for us retail traders. I mean, when I say retail, we're not working in a bank, but there's not enough liquidity for the banks to get involved with this one. They can't get in and out quick enough. And that's why, yeah, we still have a nice edge with this trade, which is why it works so well on the FTSE, because it's the lower liquidity index. So what I want to do now is I just want to see the market open now and just see what's going to go on. You can just look at your own broker charts, guys. I'm going to have the cash chart up anyway for you, but I just want to see where we go with the market and potentially get involved with a trade. Now, as I said, if the FTSE spikes above 7,760, we can sell. Okay, you don't need to wait for me to tell you to sell. Just sell it. Any move above that is good to sell. And the stop loss I would recommend having on that one is 22 points. So if it shoots above 60 in the first 5 minutes, you can sell it with a 22-point stop. And ideally, I'd be targeting back down to around 7,710. Okay, so that's the first thing we can look at. And likewise, if we shot down to 7,700 in the first 5 minutes, I'd also buy it. And I would also have a 22-point stop, and I'd be looking for a move back. I'd be looking for a move up to 7,765. So these trades are, we'll see how the market opens, but these trades are to be executed in the first 5 minutes, ideally. If you've got any questions on that, let me know. Where do we find the expiry dates? Good question. The expiry happens every third Friday of a calendar month. So every third Friday of a calendar month is when you can expect to trade expiry. It's always the same time, 10 past 10 UK time. Okay, cheers, Chucky. All right, we are spiking down. So remember, if it spikes into 7,700, you can buy it. with a 22-point stop. Let's see. The other trade, as I said, I really like is if we got down to gap close. So down towards 7669. When we talk about expiry, what are the exact expiry are we talking about? We're talking about the expiry on the FTSE. We're talking about options expiring. Although we're not trading options, it's just options will expire and futures will expire. And it creates a move in the cash market, which we're taking advantage of. That's what we're taking advantage of. All right, FTSE hasn't spiked into the area we wanted yet. Got down to around 7,720. So hasn't taken out those areas. No, this is a cash start. I just do my analysis of the cash start, but I've actually got another trading platform which I trade off. But this is always delayed because it's a cash chart. But you can look at your own charts at the moment. As I said, I'm giving you instructions, but nothing yet to do. Hasn't done anything that I wanted at the moment. UKX is the FTSE 100, so it's the UK market. Yeah, John, it's the volume. They don't have the volume to get in and out. Let me change the screen so you can actually you can see see the price action. You haven't mentioned selling R3 any reason. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do R3 today. Mark, I think, sorry, who asked me that? Jeff. No, I'm not selling R3 today. I do, as I said, I do like a sell if we can get above 7,760 within the first half an hour. And I do like buying it as well if we can get down to 7,700 in the first half an hour. So we'll be patient for that. I mean, to be honest, the way this is shaping up as well, a 5-minute bar breakup is probably all right as well. It looks pretty good. Right, let me change the screen so you can see. Just give me 2 seconds, guys, so I can change the feed so you can see something else. Right. Okay, you can see what's going on now. So again, I want this getting up to 60. Now, it's still okay to sell it if it can get up to 60. Still like it if it gets up there. No, I don't use I invest in Bitcoin. I don't trade it. Not yet anyway. There will be a day where I can trade Bitcoin, but it's too volatile at the moment. but at the moment we're just investing in it. So as I said, I want this to sail up towards 760. And we can look for a bit of this to come off. What indicator is this on TradingView? What indicator are you looking at? You mean these boxes? These are fractal boxes. I don't really look at indicators, guys. Don't ask me about indicators. I don't use indicators. I think they're a waste of time. I think anyone that focuses on indicators is just wasting their time. All indicator is price delayed and interpreted in a different format. It doesn't give you an edge. You're looking at data, or you're looking at something which has happened already. So how can you get an edge on an indicator which is based on the past? You want something that's up to date, giving you something which giving you edge right now. And the only thing that can do that is price. So the only thing you should really be trading on is price. Indicators, waste of time. I have so many people that join us and like, oh, what indicator do you use? And is this good and that's good? They're not good, guys. Just remember, it's data interpreted in a different manner and it's delayed. Dean's asking, could you place a pending order sell? No, I still want to see a sell reaction there. So even though I want to sell above 760 in the first half an hour, I still want to see the market turn. A pivot point is not an indicator. That's a pivot point. So it's very different. So that's more looking at kind of resistance and support areas in the market. But yeah, it's nothing to do with an indicator that. All right, we'll come back to this because, you know, we're quite far away from that level at the moment. And I'll just talk to you about end of quarter. So another trade that we're going to be focusing on this month, and I'm going to trade this for you for free. I'm going to give you the signals to do on the last trading day of the month, which I believe is the 29th of March. I'm going to give it to you on the ASX. So around 2:30 to 3 p.m. Sydney time, you'll need to work that out wherever you are in the world. We will put out an instruction to sell. We do need to get the right signal to get in, but we'll be looking to sell the ASX around that time, and we'll give you a target and stop. You need to be on our free Telegram channel for that. And as I said, we'll pump out that signal and manage it for you. But that trade's got an over 80% win rate as well. The end of quarter trade is actually connected to multiple indexes. So we'll do it on the Australian market, then we'll do it on the FTSE 100, then we'll do it on the Dow Jones in America, and it also works on the NASDAQ in America. And it also would work on Asian markets like the Nikkei or the Hang Seng. So that's a trade, a multi-global trade. What are we doing on the end of quarter? Well, what happens on the end of quarter is that a lot of the institutions and funds will take profits, or they will get out of bad performing stocks towards the end of the session. So you often see pressure from selling in the last hour and a half to about an hour. So what we do is we take advantage of that selling pressure, and we piggyback on the back of the banks, pushing the markets down as they close off positions going into the end of the quarter. So as I said, you have to be on our free Telegram channel. If you're not part of free Telegram channel, then go to our website. You can join the free Telegram channel. I'll pump out that trade from 2:30 to 3 p.m. Sydney time. If we trade it, of course, there's no guarantee I get a signal, but the likelihood is we will. For March. March is usually a good one. So that's something to look forward to at the end of the month. So there's a couple of trades there I've just talked about. It's the expiry trade. That's happening and setting up on Friday, 10 past 10 UK time. And also we've got the end of quarter trade setting up on multiple indexes at the end of the month. So these are example of market function trades. I like these trades because they're linked to what's a major occurrence, what that's going on in the markets. They're also trades that you can put in your calendar and you know they're going to be setting up. You don't have to react to just something happening in the market. You can plan your life around it. They don't take too long, and they have incredibly high win rates of 80% plus because they're linked to why the markets exist in the first place. So that's really why we like trading market function. And also, you know, I'm a keen fan of also knowing your market inside out, because every market is very different. So it's important to know the intricacies between each market. Like the DAX is very different to the FTSE, and the Dow Jones is very different to the DAX. You cannot trade them the same. You have to know your market inside out. Do I trade non-farm payroll and CPI? I do not know. I actually used to. I used to. They don't do it now, but there used to be something called binaries. Some of you older clients may know about this one, but we used to trade tunnels. So a tunnel was basically it was a binary, and when the market came back to parity, you'll get a good price. And it meant that if the market moved, you know, just say the tunnel was 60-60, which means that if the market moves up or down by 60 points, you're going to win during that day. You get a payout, and the payout is kind of anywhere between 4 and 100. And then your risk can, you know, you could risk about 6 points on these sometimes and get a payout of 94. So it was very, very nice setup. But then they stopped doing tunnels, which is a shame. But yeah, they were particularly good for that. So GH, don't know who GH is, but they're saying ASX end of quarter will be the 28th, as the 29th is a bank holiday. So I'll need to check that. But if that is the case, then it will be that day. But I will double check that, GH, if that's okay. But whatever last trading day of the ASX is, we'll be doing the end of quarter trade. But thanks for flagging that. We'll see what's going on with that. So at the moment, we haven't traded FTSE at the moment. It's yeah, it's kind of just bobbing up and down a bit between the mid-20s to 7740. We'll just go back to the screen actually. Yeah, just to reiterate, March 15th, guys, for that one. Just very quickly as well. I also just wanted to show you acceptance. So this is again something that I talked about just a day ago at our Bangkok conference, but we use a different type of stop at magnetic trading. So you'll notice here that on my report last week, I was saying buy the FTSE above 7,600. The stop is acceptance below 7,600. And our target was 770. So we've been very bullish on the FTSE as long as we don't get acceptance. That's why I'm still bullish on FTSE. Still advocate buying this index whilst we're above 7,600. So 7,600 is a major level. And I'm not the only one that's looking at 7,600. But this is what happened last week on the FTSE 100. The market comes down. Here's 7,600. And it just takes out that level and then off it goes. And as you know, it's trading 7,730 at the moment. So it's a big move up. So what on earth is acceptance? Well, acceptance is when I would see a full 5-minute bar candlestick closing below 7,600 and a subsequent break of that bar. So this is a 5-minute chart. I'd basically need to see one of these 5-minute bars, whether it be green or red, it doesn't matter, but it has to be fully formed, body and wick, below 7,600. And then if I observe that, it's a break of that bar at any point that confirms I'm wrong and I need to exit the market. Unless I see that, I am not coming out of the market. I am staying in the market. But what the good thing about acceptance is it stops this type of stuff happening. And I'm sure it happens to you. The market will come up to your stop areas. It will clip you out. Then it will reverse and go on and hit your target. Most people get the direction of the market right, but they just mess up with their stops. So that's why we use acceptance at magnetic trading. And you can see how incredibly rewarding it is by not getting stopped out for no reason. But if we do get acceptance, it gets us out for good reason. And if we do get acceptance, had we got acceptance below 7,600, that probably would have indicated the market has topped and the market is going to indeed move down lower, probably down to 7,500 or lower. So that's just another way of looking at the markets. All right, so it's looking like 28th is the last day of the market, so it'll be the 29th, guys. Sorry, 28th. So look out for an alert on the 28th of this month for the ASX on the free app. Okay, any questions, guys? Any questions on the stuff that I've been going over today? A couple of you always ask about what programs we offer. There's two programs that we offer really. There is Magnetic Blueprint, which is short-term trading and the market function trades. So we have 9 of those market function trades. And there's also Magnetic Investments, which is still those market function trades, but also we invest in everything really. At the moment, we took big positions out on Bitcoin last year. We get into global stock exchanges at the right periods of time. We do swing trades. We do market function trades. We aim on our investment portfolios to make at least 20 to 40% on our capital, on our wealth each year for the investment portfolio. Last year, I was up 38%. That's on my entire wealth, guys. That's not just a trading platform. So when I talk about investing, I'm talking about your entire net worth. Gone are the days where you can accept growing your wealth 5 or 10%. You got to be doing a lot more than that because you got to be beating inflation. You got to be beating currency debasement. So there's that program which does incorporate short-term trading. We actually have an allocation. So if you have a portfolio of 100%, we'll allocate, say, X amount to Bitcoin, X amount to indexes, X amount to stocks, and X amount to short-term trading. And that percentage of short-term trading would be your trading pot. And that's where we do the market function trades like end of quarter, like the expiry, like the DAX first of the month trades, like incredibly good swing trades when the market hits major buy or sell levels. And also, if we go into a bear market, we'll get our portfolios in cash, and then we'll look to sell. We'll look to sell the markets with a CFD contract or a spread bet if you're in the UK, and make money on the downside. By doing that, we maximize growing our wealth in bear markets and bull markets. So those are the two types of programs we offer. If anyone's interested in getting on board those, I'm more than happy to get on a phone call and see if it's the right fit for you. We're not cheap though. You know, if this is a service you're looking for $100 a month or a free service, it's not. If you're in the UK, it's £2,500 for the year. If you're in Australia, it's 5,000 Aussie dollars for the year. But it's a very niche service and it works. So as I said, if you guys are interested in that, more than happy you pop me an email, mark@magnetictrading.com, and we can see if you're the right fit. But that's basically what we do in a nutshell. So has anyone got any questions for me? David's asking, does acceptance work on markets other than FTSE? Absolutely, yes. That principle of stop acceptance is valid for every market. Yeah. So it's not just FTSE, it's the DAX, it's the Dow, it's the Nikkei, it's whatever you trade, it works. You got to think differently when you use stops. No point in using what other people are doing, because most people are doing the wrong thing in trading and losing money. So we want to be doing the opposite to them. The investment program, Adrian, is $5,000 for the year, or £2,500 if if you're in the UK, or whatever. Basically, whatever currency you're in, it's it's US dollar as well. We do it in US dollar as well. We don't like taking people on just for like a week or month and stuff. We used to do that, but you need to be with us for the year. You need to learn how to make, trade the markets correctly and be with us through all the opportunities that come up during the year. And also, it does take a good year to learn to trade or invest correctly. So that's why we do it as a yearly program. As I said, we've been doing it as yearly programs for the last probably 7 years now. So we are a little bit different to some people out there, but then again, we are real. We're not just some guy hiding in an apartment somewhere on a YouTube channel talking about a head and shoulders pattern, expecting you to try and make money. We do get results. And, that's why we charge what we charge. All right, guys. So will there be a recording tonight? Yes. This is being recorded for sure. So I'll leave you with a trade. I still kind of like the FTSE if it gets down to 7,700, but as I said, I really wanted that to happen in the first half an hour. The gap close is definitely an area where I would sell today. I think you need to front run it. So you'd be looking at around 7,677 or lower to buy from that area. And you'd need a 22-point stop. And you'd be looking, I mean, really, I'd be looking for a move all the way back up to 7,765 for that. So that is valid until America opens, should we get down there. So it's a weak buy zone at 7,700. You'll probably get a little bit of reaction there. Or there's a really nice buy zone at around 7,677 and lower with a 22-point stop. and a big target all the way up at 7,760. The expiry link, if you, so I don't know who GH is, but if you're a magnetic member or you attended the Bangkok live event a few days ago, then yes, you will get an expiry link to join me in a live room, and I'll trade it live with you on Friday. Correct. So just let me know, GH, which one are you? Well, what time do I call the US Open? Well, it's when it opens, and it depends where you are in the world, David, but it's as soon as the markets open New York time. So yeah, as soon as that opens, as soon as America opens, the stock exchange that is. So in the UK, that's 2:30 at the moment, UK time. I don't think anyone here is from America on this webinar. But yeah, basically, I don't want to trade FTSE in the afternoon session. Yeah, US does become more active from 12 midday, yeah, mid UK time for sure. That's lunchtime, but it's low volume then as well. But certainly, I mean, the optimal time for FTSE is really 8 to 11 UK time, but I'd still be okay with that buy down at 7677 if it did get down there. All right, any final questions for me before we close this off, guys? Any final questions? Chucky's asking, does the same service include you? Yeah, we do. We do, of course, include US indexes, Chucky. Yeah. The investment service is very focused on American markets for sure. And then the Blueprints short-term trading service also has market function trades on the American indices. So there, we've got triple extreme gap trades. We've definitely got end of quarter trades that's set up on on the Dow Jones. So yeah, it's just today I'm talking to you about FTSE. Yeah, Andy, if you attended the Bangkok event, I'll get the slides out hopefully tomorrow. Yeah. Stephen's asking, when will the information on the investment program come out? The investment program, information on the investment program came out last year, Stephen. So we went out with that big compelling reason why he needs to buy Bitcoin last year in July. But yeah, that was all linked to the investment program. But as I said, if you're interested, just pop me an email, Stephen, mark@magnetictrading.com, and I'll send you the link for it. And he's asking, can you also, I just found my webinar chat, just found some questions which I'd missed. Can you also use acceptance as an entry? Absolutely, yes. So you can use it as stop or a reason to enter for breakouts. Yes. So actually, I mean, interestingly enough, so this is very interesting. I'm actually bullish above 7,700 on the FTSE. So an acceptance is always from the market open. So what you'd need is you'd need a full 5-minute bar closing body and wick, and then you'd need a clear 2-point break. And then I don't, I round these numbers up. So for me, you need to be getting in at 44. So if we get 7744 on the FTSE, which it hasn't quite done, depending on which broker you're with, but certainly the one I'm looking at, it hasn't hit. But that would be acceptance. It's not a trade I've looked at today to buy it, because I said I'd rather buy the retrace, but that's just interesting as well, about using acceptance to get in and out, in on a breakout trade. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Thanks for attending, and yeah, join me at another free event in the future. And for those of you joining me on Friday, I look forward to a profitable expiry event with you. Thank you.